This was the largest turnout, I think, that we've seen here in Minnesota for a protest since Dante Wright. And the governor at this point has activated the National Guard. The interesting thing, however, in the statement he released to the public, it pointed to the federal trial that's happening as the reason why he was authorizing the Minnesota National Guard. He didn't mention anything about Amir Locke, right? And so simultaneously, while the community...
Yeah.
Let's go to the clip.
Yeah, we're still having a little connectivity issue, but I know we have video footage that was captured by Sister Fort and her team there on the ground. This first clip, I believe, is from mothers who are demanding justice for Amir Locke. Let's take a listen in.
I don't even know how to control anymore. I am a mother. I am an auntie. I am a sister. I am a grandmother. I am a friend. I am a Black woman. Yes. My sons are 20 and 27. And when I see the face of Amir, I see my son. Yes. So when we say enough is enough, we are tired of the system failing us. The system continues to tell us to follow their laws. Well, he did. He was licensed to carry, and that cost him his life.
That's right. That's like Samantha.
And I know his father. They want justice. They're not going to get their son back.
That's right.
But we can stand, and the more that we want is justice, yes. We want truth, yes. And we want accountability. That's right. That's what we want. That's right. But what more do you want? That's right. That's what we're going to bring. We're going to stand together in a bond that is unbreakable. Yes. Right. What more do you want?
If Nikema Levy-Armstrong didn't interrupt that press conference, we would have heard more covers-ups. We would have continued to see Amir Locke be demonized and vilified and called suspects. Somebody said the other day, suspects is just like saying the N-word. We know what you are doing, and enough is enough.
That's right. 3 months since the last election. 3 months. So you can just imagine, we work hard, we go hard in the paint, right, ladies? We're in the streets, we're talking to people, we're trying to plant some seeds of hope and encouragement. We try to give folks the information they need to make an informed decision. And you all said you were going to bring some change. And then you said that you had banned the no-knock warrants. We do not trust you.
That's right.
Department that we are supposed to trust.
That's right.
And here we are at this moment with a son that could have been dreaming only to wake up and never to dream again. Forever he will be in that dream. Buddy was my friend. Buddy is my friend. I knew Amir. Amir was 2 years younger than my son. Buddy is a tower here in this Twin Cities with our young people because I just don't have two sons. Amir was my son too.
Come on.
Amir was my son too. Amir was her son. Amir was her son. Amir was every one of these mothers that stand before you. Amir was our son.
That's right.
We will not allow this to happen. People that are in position, you need to step down and move around for others to be in place to make this city move forward.
Yes.
Of being sick and tired. When it gets to the point to where we say we all we got, we are all we got. And if all we have is to make sure that you as political leaders are out of the way, we are going to get bigger and better and bolder. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I haven't seen nothing yet. You know, one of the things I think about as I look at that clip is how strong Black mothers have to be all the time and how unfortunately serendipitous it is to live in Minneapolis, where there's only like 1 degree separation between the people who knew George Floyd and the people who knew Dante Wright and the people who now knew Amir Locke. And to see those Black women have to stand there, Georgia, time after time after time after time after time, murder after murder. And of course, the Black fathers are out there. She mentioned Buddy, who I believe is Amir's father. You captured a clip of him speaking, and it is just so heart-wrenching to see us have to be strong like this in the face of one of our darkest moments.
Absolutely, Ben. It's devastating. You know, and I know Buddy, the woman who also said that she knows Buddy. The interesting thing is, Buddy was the first person I ever interviewed in my whole career. You know, he's an artist. And when I interviewed him at that woman's restaurant. And, you know, to be at this point in community over 10 years later, where we're all back together, but for this reason, it's heartbreaking. The women in our community who gathered yesterday demanding justice for Amir Locke said, we gotta stop meeting like this. Every time this community is coming together, it's to grieve the loss of another Black man at the hands of law enforcement. And so, you know, regardless of where you're at on this issue, I think we can all agree, no one really wants to be at this point again. That's right. You know, right. And so what changes can be implemented? And when are we going to set the politics aside? You know, because there were community leaders who delivered more than 10,000 signatures. I want to say it was close to 20. Boxes and boxes and boxes full of signatures from people in this community across the state of Minnesota who wanted to see policy change as it relates to policing. I watched community deliver those boxes to the governor's office last year. And what happened to those bills? Because one of them would have addressed no-knock warrants. One of them would have saved Amir Locke's life. What happened to that bill? Why weren't those people heard? They were out in the community collecting votes, collecting signatures. That was something that the community said that they wanted. Why didn't that happen? It didn't happen because of politics. It didn't happen because Republicans, they want to continue to back the blue line. It didn't happen because Democrats wanted to be moderate or passive or wanted to appease their Republican colleagues. And so there was compromises that were made to the legislation that was presented last year that allowed Amir Locke to be killed. And so at what point do they set the politics aside and really start to get at the core of these issues so that we're not back here in another 6 months being reactionary and allowing the cost of change to continue being Black blood?
My God, the cost of change to continue being Black blood. And see, this is the thing that troubles me so much, Georgia, is the fact that without an escalation in the manner in which they brutally lynch us publicly. And what I mean by that, if the video ain't graphic, then it's like the system doesn't respond to it. It's almost like the system is waiting for the next spectacular killing of a Black person to move one more inch. But as you already said, change cannot continue to cost us Black blood. It just cannot. And then in the face of this, we have politicians who are more interested in symbolism than actual change, ending qualified immunity, changing it so police officers are responsible for their own insurance or their own settlements instead of the city paying tax dollars. See, we're not getting any structural change. What we're getting is symbolism, and what's happening every single day along the way, Black life is being executed in the streets.